Hello Toads and Toadettes. As we're nearing the release of the Super Mario Bros. Movie on April 7th, 2023, Illumination has been giving us more and more trailers to dive into and dissect what we are given and try to put the story together. Today I'm going to try to see what I've just gathered and just kind of confirmed from the community and like what other people think as well, and some of my personal stuff, and then also what I kind of hope. I'm going to get the basics, the fundamentals, what you need to know about the Mario movie. Going in, you really don't even need to know anything. It's cool just to go in fresh. I do that with games sometimes. But I decided to dissect the trailer from what I've seen and what I hope they do with the movie as well. Starting off, let's just get the story thing over with, then I'll get my thoughts and my hopes out of the way after that. Basically, what some of the community has said and a little bit of what I have put together, it's kind of like the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Shout out to the other kids who have grown up with that. That show was amazing. Basically, Mario and Luigi are just these Italian plumbers, and I think they're in like some U.S. state, probably New York or something. I don't remember if they actually like showed it. That's what it looks like, and that's what reminds me of the Super Show. They're just plumbers doing plumber things, but then they go to like the Mario universe and all that. Basically, they're just plumbers, but then one day they get teleported for some reason to not just one place, because Mario and Luigi get separated on the way there. But Mario gets teleported to this mushroomy place, which is obviously the Mushroom Kingdom. And then Luigi seems to get teleported, just his luck, to this haunted place. I'm hoping that there is some kind of Luigi's Mansion part. I hope that Luigi's not only with Bowser. I'm hoping he kind of gets his own part in the movie to be the hero and maybe take on a haunted mansion. Maybe a King Boo appearance. Maybe I'm asking for a little bit too much, but I mean, Luigi's my boy. I love all the Luigi's Mansion games. But yeah, basically, Mario's in a good place. Luigi is in, not so good place. Now, you gotta keep in mind that these bros do not know their stuff. This is not the same Mario and Luigi you know from the games, jumping around, using power-ups like they're pros. These guys are complete noobs to platforming. They are just plumbers, and I love that aspect of the movie. I'll get more to why I love that and what they actually show of that in the movie trailers later as I progress on with the story. Toad obviously finds Mario and shows him around the Mushroom Kingdom and brings him to Peach. The Mushroom Kingdom actually looks alive in this game. Kind of reminds me of the Bowser's Inside story setup of the Mushroom Kingdom, with shops around and just Toad sprawling around the place. Love how lively it is and how vibrant it is. What they've shown, it looks pretty dope with the pipes and all that. And I also love Toad. I'm sorry. Keegan's doing an amazing job. That's my opinion. I love Toad's voice, man. It's something about him, even though I don't really picture it with him, it fits him perfectly. And yeah, Peach basically explains that there are these 6 kingdoms which have probably a star in each one of them, as we've seen in the beginning of the movie. In the first trailer, Bowser comes to the Cold Kingdom, and the penguins have their star. He obviously conquers their kingdom and has a star and starts celebrating. So there's probably either just one power star or maybe, hopefully, multiple power stars hidden throughout the kingdoms. We see different areas throughout the movie trailers, so this is obviously a possibility. But Peach basically says that she needs someone to help take down Bowser, as the Toads are obviously not enough, and that's what Toad did, finding Mario, and obviously there's a bunch of other Toads. There's also a bunch of other just enemies and allies in this. You see a bunch of different colored Toads, Yoshis, a bunch of iconic Mario enemies. Some actual maybe not so iconic Mario enemies like Brambles are in this as well, which was kind of cool. Even though I don't like flashbacks from Wii and U. I just nah, I don't mess with Brambles. And this is where Mario trains. Now cool stuff happens. Donut blocks falling because he doesn't know how the mechanics work. Stuff like that. It's cool to see Mario train and also train to use power-ups. We see Peach is actually gonna fight for once. Super Princess Peach game reference, maybe. I don't know. She doesn't seem to have whatever the parasol's name was. I think it had a name, something like that. That'd be honestly kind of a cool reference, though. We see her use a fire flower, and also Mario use a Tanuki suit. Pretty cool references. Would like to see more power-ups, as I like Mario power-ups. They're also cool. Please bring back the bee suit. I'd love to see the bee suit in this movie. Huge Galaxy fan. Maybe even the spring suit would be dope. I don't know. Maybe that's a little too far. Probably won't do that. But yeah, that would be cool to see. Now going back to Luigi's side of things, Bowser sadly does end up finding out about Mario by this monstrosity called Kamek. Sorry, just something about him in this movie doesn't sit right with me. Why is he so small? This move's weird. Just something about him just doesn't hit right. But yeah, and he basically captures Luigi, since Luigi's in the bad part of town, and interrogates him, I'm guessing, with some kind of power from Kamek. And this is basically where Bowser lands with a conflict, and, basic movie stuff happens. Bowser plots against them. The final battle is gonna happen. Mario needs to get more troops though, as obviously the Toads can do nothing. But yeah, that's besides the point. Mario needs more help. So he goes to Donkey Kong and his empire. I mean, it's not his, it's Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong seems to just be the leader here. No idea how this happened and what this is referencing. Maybe this is a reference to the Donkey Kong Jungle Mario Party 9 board. That would be pretty cool. Okay, it's a joke. Calm down. I know no one cares or knows what that is, but it's fine. We see some cool appearances from the Funky Man himself, Funky Kong, and other lesser-known Donkey Kongs. They're just Kongs in general, and they end up fighting Mario, and Mario obviously gets bodied because, I mean, Donkey Kong is just more meta than Mario. I mean, Mario's been like a B-tier character for a while now, and even though some people might not say it, Donkey Kong is just an S-tier character. I mean, his special moves are just better than Mario's, and he's just a way more accessible character than Mario, so I'm sorry, Prodigy, but that's just not it. That's just not it, buddy. Getting back on track, eventually, somehow, Mario must have earned the respect of the Kongs as they join in with him, and on the Rainbow Road they go to probably fight Bowser. I'm hoping there's more kingdoms, and I'm hoping the Cold Kingdom conflict is not as anticlimactic. I mean, we know what happened in the trailer.
Do you yield? I do not.
But yeah, that's pretty much the story for the game, and now I'm going to get to some of my hopes for stuff, even though I did spread a few there during the story. I hope I kept that entertaining. This is actually not a hope, because this is kind of what they're doing, as we've just put together a new story, that they don't go with the games. I think having to do stuff with the games is cool and fine. Sonic, the movies, kind of did that, but they also kind of stood away with that, with like the whole human thing, with just like thank everything that there's no actual like humans in this movie. I'm not trying to see like baby Mario being nurtured by like Adam Sandler or something cringy like that. That's just like, that's cursed. Like, no, that's not it, man. That's not it. But yeah, I think this movie should have its own identity in Mario's lore. I guess you call that lore. I don't know what Mario is. I mean, it's kind of like the same plot every time, just like add new power-ups, stuff like that. Not that much lore, unless you're talking about Paper Mario lore. That's a whole nother story. I'm not going to talk about that right now. But yeah, this would be cool to see. Maybe even more new villains. It looks like they're probably just going to go for a basic Mario versus Bowser plot. It's not like we're not getting back into the phase of more original Mario stories. I mean, we saw what Ubisoft did with Cursa and the Spark Hunters and an actual good Mario story for a long time with Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. So there's obviously possibilities, but it looks like they're going for more of a basic plot. But I am happy that even though yes, there's Easter eggs from games, which is a good thing, they're not fully just taking the story of a game and making it into a movie. And also, we have seen nothing of Spike in the movies, and I don't see much people talking about this. They showed Spike being a voice-acted character, and we have not seen anything of him. I think this is going to be very interesting. He is such an obscure character, like lesser-known character. Like no one really knows who this is. I mean, not much people have played Wrecking Crew, and it's actually a pretty addicting game. I'm not gonna lie, one of the better NES games in my opinion. But yeah, I want to see what they're going to do with Spike, bring back an OG character. Maybe this movie can help him come back into the main games. I mean, and also when I'm talking about Spike, no, I'm not talking about the Fishy Boopkins. I'm talking about the one that's, yeah, the more human-looking one, not Spike Vegeta. But besides that, I just want to see what they do with Spike, and maybe even more OG characters that are coming back, or maybe OCs and more new original characters. That would actually be kind of dope too, like I was talking about earlier. Maybe new villain, stuff like that would be cool to see. But yeah, another hope is like more power-ups. Like I was talking about it when I was talking about the power-ups in the story. It's cool to see the Fire Flower Tunic suit, stuff like that come back. But maybe the Cat Bell, that could obviously happen. We saw the Port of 3D World last year, and more cats in Bowser's Fury. I don't see why the Cat Bell wouldn't come. I think that'd be cool to have. Going to more obscure power-ups though, maybe the Metal Mario cap. Maybe we can see a Metal Mario in this game. The Wing Cap, even possibly. A Flood appearance. I know he's not a power-up, but Flood, Delfino Plaza maybe, is one of these kingdoms. That'd honestly be a dope appearance. Like I said, the Bee Mushroom, the Cloud Mushroom is dope. Love the Galaxy games. Just some new power-ups would be cool and interesting to see them use. And I would love just overall to see them. And yeah, that's basically most of my hopes. There's a few other minor ones, but I don't want to drag this video on so it's too long. Basically, the story is looking pretty good. I got some minor hopes that I hope they do put in the movie. And overall, I think the voice acting is pretty good on some ends. I think Peach and Mario are a little bit off, and Luigi a little bit. But besides that, I love Toad's voice. Bowser, Jack Black, doing amazing. Like, that is actually some sick voice acting. I'm loving Bowser's lines. And yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with the other characters. Kamek, still a little bit cursed, like I said. But yeah, I am loving what they have. The art style is amazing as well. And I honestly cannot wait for April 7th when the movie comes out. If you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Subscribing is free. I'd appreciate it. But also, I do have other Nintendo-related content on my channel that I do recommend checking out. And on that note, guys, I will see you in the next one.